Welcome. My name is Nir Jacob Saias, and today we are going to uncover some of the Electron application secrets. Before we start and discuss what is Electron application exactly, what Electron application are based upon, and everything in between, I'm going to give you a little peek to the end product of this presentation. We are going to focus on two Electron applications. One of them is Microsoft Teams, and the other one is WhatsApp. I made a different manipulation on each of these applications, manipulation that you will understand more throughout the presentation. Without further ado, let's open Microsoft Teams. So as you can see, Microsoft Teams opened, but it opened with the developer tools enabled. Now that might be confusing. Electron application that has developer tools? So let's define what is Electron application. Electron application based upon Chromium engine. So they basically browsers, but unlike browsers, we can't browse anywhere beside the places that the developer wants us to browse. Usually, Electron application will be hardened, so you won't be able to open developer tools, set up a proxy in order to intercept the application data, or import certificates, which is things that we regularly do when we're conducting a penetration test audit against web applications. We can see under the Network tab all the pages that the application requests and all the responses from the Microsoft Teams web server. We can also see under the application cookies all the cookies that exist, including the session cookie, SSO auth cookie. This is the session cookie, and it holds a JSON Web Token, or JWT. This JWT has all our information, and we can see it's poorly configured due to the fact it lacks of secure flag, HTTP only flag, and same site flag. We can see it's not marked here. So theoretically, a malicious entity that will found an XSS in this product will be able to perform a full account takeover. Opening a developer tools in Electron application is essential when we need to perform a security evaluation to Electron product. Okay, so let's move to the second application, WhatsApp. We can see that for privacy reasons, I didn't scan the barcode. And it seems like nothing really happened, right? Okay, so that's not accurate. Under the hood, WhatsApp opened a socket to a listener I established on an instance on my AWS cloud account. Currently, there is no antivirus that can detect this kind of persistence, or backdoor if you like. As you can see, on the right end of the screen, I have an SSH connection to my AWS instance. Session number 13 just opened. I will interact with session number 13 and voila! I have a shell to my computer, meaning that I can execute code on it. I will run a simple dir command. Now let's open Microsoft Network Monitor. Microsoft Network Monitor is a great tool from Microsoft that lets us see all the connections that's going out of our computer and also knows how to associate each connection to a process that's running on our computer. So if we will open whatsapp.exe, we will see it have two connections. One for address 54.186.52.192, and this is our shell, our reverse shell. We can also see the packets for each connection, the data that it transferred to the servers. Now, both of the methods we just witnessed, the developer tools and the arbitrary code running, or backdoor, can be done on every Electron app that is out there. And trust me when I'm saying that, there is a lot of them. So let's see what we are going to cover today. What is Electron? Known Electron application. How to identify an Electron application that's running on your computer. Spatial files that's worth mentioning in Electron, and of course, the security aspects that we saw in the previous POCs. So Electron is an open source framework that developed and maintained by GitHub. It let a developer to develop a desktop GUI application using web technologies. Three advantages of Electron is that it's cross-platform, meaning that one development of Electron application can be compatible with Mac, Windows, and Linux. It's open source, and the web technologies that it's based upon are Chromium and Node.js, and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it's very easy to develop the front end of the applications with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Known Electron app that I'm sure that we all aware of are WhatsApp, Slack, Teams, Visual Code, Skype, Bloodhound, Discord, Atom, and Trello. If we want to identify an Electron application, we can just open the task manager, and under the command line, you can see a user agent that is usually characterized an HTTP request. We can also see node integration, and as we already know, Node.js is also something that Electron applications are based upon. And finally, we can see the app.asar. We can see it both in the upper screenshot and the lower screenshot. In the next slide, we'll elaborate about the spatial files. So what is ASAR? ASAR is a simple extensive archive format. It works like tar and concatenates all the files together without compression. Electron.asar is responsible for everything that have to do with the initialization of the process, while app.asar have all the intellectual property, all the front end, all the client side of the web application. So app.asar usually will contain HTML pages, CSS, JavaScript, and everything needed to support the front end. Okay, so when we looking about the security aspects, we already saw proof of concept for the developer tools and the arbitrary code. There's also node integration specified here. This is something we are not going to discuss in this presentation. Let's see how I did the proof of concept for the developer tools and the arbitrary code running, or the vector. So I'm going to open a new folder here. We will call it ASAR. I'm going to take out of the Microsoft Teams current resource app.asar, and I'm going to take from the WhatsApp resource electron.asar. I will open PowerShell, and using an npm package called ASAR, which have the ability to extract and compress an ASAR archive files, I will take the app.asar and extract it into app folder, and I will take the electron.asar and extract it to an Electron folder. Now let's see what I did behind the stage using JavaScript. Let's search for the main.js. We will give it a minute. Meanwhile, in Electron browser, we will open the Chrome extension. Okay, so here I edited the app.once, so every time the app opened, I just created a child process of command prompt cmd that's going to connect to port 443 under this IP, which is my AWS IP, and direct all the std out and std error into this socket that just opened. This is the vector, the reverse shell to my listener. When we're looking here on the main.js, so the Chrome extension is the vector from WhatsApp. Main.js It's the developer tools from the team applications. So we can see this line 356 where I said main window.webcontent.open DevTools. This is how I can make every Electron application developer tools to open when we start the application. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.